Now, while a large movement on social media is pleading with people to cover up, health experts beg to differ. CBS 2's Nina Kapoor reports.
Hashtag Masks for All is a social media movement quickly gaining steam. It encourages anyone and everyone to cover the mouth and nose when out in public.
When we both have a face mask, I protect you, you protect me.
This PSA is largely credited with starting the movement. It was created in Prague and viewed more than 1.8 million times.
Even a homemade mask can be partially protective.
The World Health Organization, WHO. Now, this may surprise you, but the organization whose symbol is a snake coiling around the world is not super trustworthy. Apparently, the logo originates from the story of Asclepius, who was revered by the ancient Greeks as a god of healing, and whose cult involved the use of snakes. Great! The cult of snakes is tasked with global health.
Will the WHO consider Taiwan's membership? Hello?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I couldn't hear your question.
Okay, yeah. Let me repeat the question.
No, that's okay. Let's move to another one then.
Right, because I'm actually curious on talking about Taiwan as well, on Taiwan's case.
This handmade face mask cover can be washed and reused for a day or two amid shortages. Like for so many others here, face masks have become a necessity in Josie's everyday life.
The virus will spread through droplets. I have to take a bus to my office every day, so it's more than 1 hour that to share the same space with more than 30 people. It makes me feel unsafe too without wearing a mask.
While getting a mask can be no easy task in many parts of the world, it's another story here in Taiwan. To ensure the safety of its population of 23 million, Taiwan imposed an export ban on surgical masks as early as January. The government then began rationing masks to 3 per person per week, and soon after made them available online. Now Josie can place an order for face masks with an app. Purchase history is recorded by her national health insurance card so that it can be verified before sales. For those who don't want to order online, software developer Kiangfin John has developed a real-time mask map to track face mask stocks in pharmacies. People can check their availability before heading out. This is among the dozens of online tools that have mushroomed on the island during the epidemic, an exhibition of public-private partnership and mutual trust.
There may not be a more potent symbol of a global pandemic than the face mask. But despite their widespread use in other countries, in the UK, the government maintains they're not necessary.
Very different. But in terms of the hard evidence and what the UK government recommends, we do not recommend face masks for general wearing by the public.
Masks. We are told that the Trump administration is on the verge of urging Americans to wear masks when they go out. Tell us about the thinking on that, because just a few days ago, we were told that the thinking was that it was not necessary.
It's a great question, Judy, and the thinking is really now influenced by information that's coming in. And the information is that more and more accumulation of data indicate that people who are without symptoms at all can transmit the virus. But importantly, they can do it merely by speaking. So there's been a recent study that came out that said even the force from your voice of speaking, there is a degree of aerosolization, namely the virus can come out not very far, a few feet and down. So even though the perfect solution to this is if everyone at all times could stay 6 feet separated from another person. But as you correctly mentioned, this is not always feasible. There are times when you have to do necessary functions. You have to get food. You have to get drugs from the pharmacy. And you might inadvertently be in a situation where you're close enough where that kind of transmission can take place. And importantly, I think what people don't fully appreciate is that putting a mask on yourself is more to prevent you from infecting someone else. And if everybody does that, we're each protecting each other, because the data is it's more efficient to prevent transmitting to others than it is to prevent transmission to yourself. But you can completely cover that ballpark if essentially universally, when people go out and are in a situation where they might come into closer contact, that they wear that mask.
Bolts of fabric and other materials have been showing up here at North Sales, Maine.
All right, that's great.
Ever since word spread that owner Eric Baldwin was no longer stitching sails, but making masks instead.
I came into the shop one morning and there was a Ziploc baggie stuffed in the door with about 20 feet of elastic that someone had in their drawer, and they said, "We hope you can use this."
He and his partner, Karen Haley,
This is quite a bit.
started making masks long before the CDC recommended wearing them. And now everyone wants to help, including one family that doesn't even know how to sew.
This channel will be about the rest of the world's politics, about the nationalist populist movements, about capitalism versus socialism, because we know what socialism does to a country. You can only give away other people's money for so long until it runs out. Socialism doesn't make everybody rich, it makes everybody poor. I need you guys to subscribe to this channel. I need you guys to like, comment, and view every video from start to finish.
Unbelievable.